I'm Sam from Lo-Fi Coffee. I started this business a year and 2 weeks ago on June 14th, 2011, and I make coffee. The location was built into one of the first places I ever had an experience with in downtown Mesa, which is the Nile Theater. The opportunity knocked and I got the opportunity to open up my own business. And inside of the Nile Theater were some of my fondest memories. So I just made it happen and jumped on the opportunity. I just started making coffee myself about 6-7 years ago. When I was in the Marines, I would come home on weekends and work in a coffee shop whenever I could. And they just kind of followed me, and when I got out of the Marines, I said, hey, I want to make coffee for the rest of my life. In my opinion, coffee shops should always strive to be better than they were the day before. So while my coffee may not be primarily the best, I don't claim that it is, but my coffee is always a work in progress and will always be working to become a better product. I try and gain all my coffees through fair trade, direct trade, or anything of that nature, but for the most part, I just work to make sure that it's scientifically correct. It's a coffee system that I think in the US it really caught on popular in San Francisco. I use it because I like the concept and I think it's sleeker, and it honestly produces a better tasting coffee in my opinion. It's good. It's a slow drip, so basically it's a 12-hour process, 3 stages, and there's 3 layers of filtration. Your water filtration, your coffee filter, and then a coil that actually cleans out impurities as it drips down into the bottom chamber. So it creates a clean cup of coffee, low acid, which is what I enjoy. A little bit about our snacks. All my cupcakes are made by a local cupcake maker called Kiki's Cupcakes. All of my biscottis are made by Bad Boy Biscotti, which is another local business. And probably the other half of all my pastries we make in-house, and they're primarily vegan. I've been a Local First member since probably a month and a half before I opened my business. I originally did some volunteer work for Local First about 2.5, 3 years ago. And it was mainly because I just like the cause. I mean, my emphasis is on the community. And Local First is so community oriented, you know, it's a no-brainer. I don't really like to think of myself as the organizer of events. I like to think of myself as the coffee shop's the facilitator of events, because we work with different organizations. For our poetry nights and our poetry slams and our spoken word, we work with specifically with Anthology, and it's a locally run organization that works on the literary arts. You know, we also work with Brick Cave Media. We've had book releases in here for local authors.